Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the struggles of having an ethnic name. So, this story goes back years and years and years and years ago when a little girl named Anmol Gupta entered the universe. My parents came from North India and they didn't know they were going to move to Canada. They already had me before moving to Canada, and so they thought of naming me the most Indian name out there, the most convoluted Indian name out there. I got that name and I ended up coming to Canada. Little did my parents know that the name Anmol would really not translate well with people in Canada. So in Hindi, my name means priceless, which is pretty cool, right? No, it's not cool. You know why? Because every time I tell kids as in like when I was a kid and a kid would be like, yo, what's your name? And I'd be like, Anmol. They'd be like, what the hell's an Anmol? I'd be like, hey, what do you mean? That's my name and it means priceless. They'd be like, priceless as in like you don't have a price, you're so cheap, you don't have a price. And I'm like, whoa, kid, stop. You're dumb, but stop. And I just walk away. So clearly growing up with the name Anmol was not easy. To this date, a lot of people, even my closest friends, don't pronounce my name the correct way. So they call me Anmol or Anmol or Anmol. I don't even know what they call me. They don't call me Anmol. And I'm not offended in any way. I actually really don't care. I'm the reason they call me that, because every time people ask me what my name is, I go off with Anmol. I don't say Anmol. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, why didn't you just correct people from the beginning? Why are you introducing yourself as Anmol when you're Anmol? Well, that's a very good point. I don't really have an answer to that, except for the fact that ever since I was a little chap who wandered into kindergarten on the first day, my teacher didn't call me Anmol, she called me Anmol, and I was like, sure, I mean, whatever floats your boat, because I really did not care at that time. And over the years, I actually started, getting used to the name Anmol, and also, if I ever told anyone my name was Anmol, they'd be like, mole? Like, you mean like a mole that people have on their face? Or like the animal that's a mole? And I'd be like, oh, great. I actually started resenting the mole part of my name, so I would go as Anmol. Mall, like an an and a mall. So I'd go as Anmol. But the thing is, Anmol kind of sounds like animal or Elmo or whatever people used to call me back in the days. So a lot of people used to call me Animal or Elmo, which was really not my name. So what did I do? I don't even know what I did. Elmo and Animal wasn't the worst part. I actually lost potential connections because of my name. Honestly, I really don't care anymore, but at that time, I was devastated. Okay, I was not devastated, but at that time, it was kind of annoying. Annoying is right, I was annoyed. I wasn't devastated or anything, but I was annoyed. I used to go to an after-school program every Tuesday where I would learn Spanish. And there used to be this girl in our class who, for some reason, always had an issue with me. I never did anything to her. I was the kindest human being alive. I was never rude to anyone. This girl just had an attitude problem, but like, I was like, what the hell did I ever do to you? Anyways, just one day, randomly, we just started getting along. By the end of the day, she came to me and she was like, you know what? You're actually kind of cool. And I was like, oh, well, thanks. You're cool too. And she's like, I didn't really want to be your friend and I was giving you attitude because your name is weird. And I don't know, you just seemed like someone I didn't want to associate with. And I was like, wow, okay. So you just judged me completely off of my name. Great, nice, okay, cool, whatever. I let that fly. a couple weeks later, she was back to square one. She had an attitude all over again. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my time on you. But the point is, that memory really stuck with me because it made me realize that there will always be people out there who are gonna judge you despite the person that you are. They're not gonna know you as a person. They're gonna judge you based off of your looks, your name, just everything that's at the surface, but they won't get to know you as a person, which honestly, it's their loss, and it's kind of better to not have people like that in your life. But it was just an eye-opening moment for me, at least. Kids are annoying, we get that, but it wasn't just kids who had a problem with my name. It was adults as well. Grade 4 was the first year where I joined the house league soccer games. I remember I missed 2 or 3 games, so I had to meet one of the coaches after the game to kind of introduce myself. My mom introduced me as, oh, hey, this is my daughter, her name's Anmol, and blah, 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 right? And my coach was like, yeah, cool, that's great. You could start coming out to the practices, you can come out to the games, these are when the games are, this is blah, 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 right? But then this man, honestly, I love this man. He's a really great guy. He was an awesome coach, and he really boosted my confidence and made me the player that I was. He was a great person, but he pulled my mom over to the side and was like, I don't even remember how it went, but he told my mom that it might be a good idea to change my name just for the purposes of the games, because if I go into the team introducing myself as Anmol or Anmol, I'm gonna be made fun of. He was just protecting me by telling me to, you know, maybe change it to Anne or Annie, anything that starts with an A. And my mom was like, okay, I mean, sure. Now that I'm looking back at it, it kind of makes my mom look like she couldn't stand her ground. But I think at that moment, we both didn't really realize how, I guess, disrespectful that was. Now that I look back at it, I was like, wow, damn. My coach had the nerves to tell my mom that she didn't name her daughter right and that he needs to protect me by telling my mom to change my name. Anyways, I was really not that offended back then, and I'm not that offended now either. It's just a funny story to look back at. But the point is, I was called Annie for the rest of that soccer season. Okay, so we made it clear that this girl from Spanish class had an issue with me. My soccer coach wanted to protect me. But it wasn't just kids and my soccer coach. It was my own cousins. Yes, my cousins from India. Why are they making fun of me? Well, according to the books, my name is a unisex name. So there's predominantly more males that have my name than females. And so my cousins always wanted to piss me off by being like, oh, your parents named you a guy's name. Oh, you're a guy. Oh, and I was like, great. I'm being made fun of in Canada. I'm being made fun of in India when I go back to meet my cousins. What is wrong with my name? Why couldn't my parents have just named me something proper, something easy, something less ethnic, something less hard? Thanks, Mom and Dad. Like I said before, these incidents, looking back now, are pretty funny. And even in the moment, I don't think I took them too hard. I mean, at least I don't think I took them too hard. And over time, as I got older, the issue with my name started fading away in a sense, because a lot of the people that I knew are the people that I stuck with, and so I didn't have to really introduce myself over and over and be like, hey guys, my name is Anmol, hey guys, my name is Anmol, hey guys, my name is whatever, right? Like, I was with the same group of people, and so they all knew my name, and we were all friends, and I did not have an issue. I hated introducing myself because I would always wonder, should I say Anmol? Should I say Anmol? Like, what do I say? So I would just say my name really fast, but that would backfire because then people would be like, sorry, what's your name again? Or can you say that again? And I'd have to repeat my name at least 3 times. At least 3 times. And I'd be like, great, I should have just decided from beforehand if I wanted to say Anmol or Anmol. Now that I'm in university, a lot of people are mature, so this doesn't really happen. But emphasis on a lot of people. Not everyone. You still get those odd few people who just think it's funny to laugh at people's names, or just people who are dumb. So, in my final year of undergrad, again, some ignorant prick had to come around and say, what's a animal? Not even what's an animal, it's what's a animal. So basically what happened was that I wanted to apply for a job, that my friend had sent me a link for. I messaged her on Facebook being like, hey, like I saw your Facebook post for this job. I was wondering if I could like apply for it. And so she responded by saying like, hey Animal, this is all the information for the job. You could message me at this and this. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. But the thing is, since it was a Facebook post, other people were asking her about the same job. So she kept copying and pasting the message and sending it off to people. So accidentally, she sent off a message that said, hey Animal, blah, blah, blah. And she sent it off to a girl named whatever, I'm not gonna expose her, but a random girl, right? And so that random girl responded by saying, what's a animal? That just goes to show that she's really ignorant, because it clearly is a name, but she was just being really weird. That was just really funny. My friend screenshotted the picture and sent it to me. Ever since that, it's been like an inside joke, because what's a animal? 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 I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I don't know, man. Are names really that important? I wish I didn't have to think about it. Anyways, honestly, looking back at all these times, it makes me laugh. It makes me realize that my name has a history and a little bit of a funny story attached to it. And honestly, I took all of this in sort of a humorous way, and I will continue to take the dirt that is thrown at me in a humorous way. I'm joking, not the dirt. But honestly, if anyone ever confronts me about my name or has any questions, I'm not offended. You can ask me, I don't care. We're all cool. My parents named me this, and I'm not gonna lie, being named Anmol is pretty cool. It's priceless. It means priceless. And as an Indian girl, being called priceless is pretty valuable, because say if I was living in India, people in India, or at least women in India, aren't treated the best. And so being named priceless and just having that value attached to my name was kind of, I think, what my parents wanted. Honestly, I'm thankful to them for naming me that. Okay, well, this is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope anyone out there who has an ethnic name that they're struggling with or have stories that are funny, please share them in the comments down below. And honestly, ethnic names